Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xah Talk Show. Today is 2020, August 4th, Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon, San Francisco time. And so today's topic is gonna be Emacs and Emacs Lisp. I'm going to do a live coding. First of all, let me show you guys the background image. Okay, so you go to we got a background image of Emacs logo, Emacs Xah Li. Okay, search for Emacs Xah Li, you'll find it. So you go to my blog, and let me show you this. So this is interesting. This is Emacs logo, and here's the SVG images, and here is a photo I just found. Someone used this trackball and put a Emacs logo there. So that's a background image for today, and this trackball is one of the great trackball you can buy. It costs about $110, and so you can check out on my website. Just search for this URL, L-track, Xah Li L-track trackball. And so here is the photo, and with the happy hacking keyword. So that's about that. That's a background image. Okay, so let's get to the Xah Talk Show today. Good morning, guys. Alan, Cortez, Elderio, Musky, and Bart, and Ztron Crazy. Okay, let me do that. Okay, so we are going to start coding Emacs Lisp today. Okay, and first of all, I want to mention this. Thank you, those of you who have donated to me, and especially Patreon guys. So since 2017 June, I started to have a July 2017. I started to have a Patreon account, and I started to got money, $50 a month, then over $100 a month. Now I have like $200 a month. So all in total, in the past 3 years, I have about $4,000. So thank you guys very much, and the $4,000 I can buy a big, juicy, fat computer. So thank you guys. Okay, so let's start to code. Okay, let's talk about Emacs and Emacs Lisp. So what I want to do, there are several things I want to do. Okay, let me magnify. Let's see if I can show everything's good. Okay, I guess. Okay, Emacs. So I'm going to write some commands in Emacs Lisp. Emacs command in Emacs Lisp today. First of all, okay, so let me begin. Let me show you. Okay, so if you have questions for Emacs, and just post it. Okay, ask me questions. I'll get to it. So let's begin. So I have two commands that launches the current page in browser Chrome. For example, let me magnify. Okay, this page. Okay, and okay, on the right side, this pink window is all the Emacs command. You can see whenever I press some key, it invokes a command. You can see the command name on the right side. Okay, and so let me show you this command, Chrome. Okay, so I want to open this page in Safari. Okay, I press a key, it's in Safari. Now let's go back, but I have this command, xah-open-link-in-chrome. Okay, I call it open. Okay, xah-html-open-in-chrome-browser. Press enter. You can see it goes to the Chrome browser. And I have another command that is xah-html-open-link-in-chrome. Okay, so there are different commands. Okay, so one is the open in Chrome, and the other one is open link in Chrome. So let me show you the open link in Chrome. let me demo. Okay, so for example, this is this YouTube URL, that's a link, so I'm going to call open link in Chrome. Okay, enter. So you see it gets, it opens the link in Chrome. Now, so I have these two commands. Often I want to send, the page to the Chrome, not the default browser. The default browser I have is Firefox. So what I want to do is to combine them together. Because why? Because often, suppose I want to open this page, or if I want to open this link in Chrome, I have to make a mental effort to choose which command I want to use. So I want to combine them so that if the cursor is on a link, then you'll just open the link in Chrome. If the cursor is not on the link, then you'll just open the current buffer in Chrome. So that's what we are going to do. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so let's just do it. Okay, so open. So we are going to, so let me going to show you source code. Okay, so actually we can code this. Let's show the source code. So open Chrome in browser, Control H F. Okay, so you can see here is the command. It's defined in xah-html mod. So let's open that. Okay, and magnify. So here is the code. The code is, let's see how it's not too big. Okay, so here is open in Chrome browser, and then there is open link in Chrome. Let's drag this here so you can see bigger. Okay, so then below it is, here is the open link in Chrome. Now I'm going to combine them. Okay, so what okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to, so first of all, let's just copy these two code. So, and okay, copy it, open a new buffer, paste it, magnify, and save it. Okay, .el. Okay, today's date. Okay, we have the two commands. Okay, so let's just write a command open in Chrome. Let's just start to do it. Defun open in Chrome. Okay, and let's do a documentation. Version, today's date. Open current buffer or link under cursor in Chrome browser. Okay, Google Chrome. Okay, so first of all, we want to determine if the cursor is on a link. How do you do that? We can do that by let's see, what's the command. We want to grab the current, we want to know if the cursor is on a link or not. Okay, so how do we determine that? We can determine that by get thing. Okay, get thing at point. That's the command. Okay, so let me show you. Get thing at point. What? Get thing thing at point, not get. Okay, so thing at point. Yeah, that's a command. So thing at point, this command will grab the thing under cursor, and that thing may be a word, maybe a symbol, maybe a list, maybe a Lisp expression, or maybe a function, or a file name, URL, things like that. So let's just try to do it. Okay, let's do this in the simplest way possible. Then if we have time, we'll refine it. Questions? Any questions? Okay, questions posted. Okay, let me see if I'm still. Yeah. Okay. So thing at point. Okay. Let's see. Declare variable. Let's say URL. Okay. URL or file path. Okay. We have to set URL thing at point. Okay. And this case will be URL. Okay. So remove that. Okay, this will get the URL, and let's try one more thing. Let's try set file path and thing at point, and this time we want file name. You might be wondering why are you doing them twice? Because if you have a local link, let me show you. Okay, actually, yeah, let me show you. Okay, so for example, on this HTML page, you can see sometimes. So for example, this link is a local path, so it is actually a file name. On the other hand, some other link, for example, my Patreon link, start with HTTPS. Now that is a URL. Well, technically both of them are. Yeah, so the Patreon, this one is a URL, but the other one is a file path. So that is why we need to try both. Okay, that is the reason. So let me close that. So go back to the code, and you'll see what I'm doing. Okay, so first of all, get the URL here and get the file path. Okay, and for now, let's just print them. Print, not print message. Now the message command is how you print things in Emacs Lisp. Okay, so let's try print URL. URL is, and let's do it again. This time file path. Okay, path is. Prettify it. Okay, so here is our command currently. It just print whatever the thing at point does. So what the thing at point does, it will grab the text under cursor, and then we are setting it to file path or URL. Okay, now evaluate last command. Okay, done. Save the buffer. Now let's go back to a HTML page, and let's call on this. Let's put the cursor right here and call the command and see what happens. Okay, what's the command name? Open in Chrome. Okay, so go back. So let's try it. Call it open in Chrome. Okay, enter. Okay, so you see in the mini buffer there's messages. Now let's switch to the messages buffer to see what we got. So message buffer. Okay, so there it is. You see. So in this case, it says URL is nil. Then path is path. Then we got a path here. So you see, that is how we determine whether it is a URL or it's a path. Now let's try it again. This time let's try it under a real URL. For example, this Patreon. Okay, let's call it meta-x open in Chrome. Enter. Okay, so now you can see the URL and path are both valid. Okay, so in that case, we don't actually need because if you say get URL, so before, wait, let's see what's going on before. So before, the URL is nil, but the path is valid. when you do it on a file path. But if you do it on a URL, both of them are valid. So that means we only need one of them. So we just need the path. Okay, so that resolved the problem. So let's go back to the code. Okay, so actually we don't need the URL part. Okay, let's just comment out for now. Okay, and now let's start to. Okay, so if file path is not nil, then we just call our command. Okay, there. Okay, so here is what we want to do. So if file path is valid, then we simply call open-link-in-chrome. If the file path is nil, then we simply call open-in-chrome. Okay, that should be it. But let's fix something. Let's make sure. Let's try our code one more time. So what if the cursor is somewhere else? Let's say here. Let's say here. Okay, let's call it. And we want to know what. Open a new buffer. Go to the messages buffer. Okay, we want to actually. Let's just go to the message buffer, and I'm going to call the command while my cursor is here, not on a URL. Okay, or a path. Okay, call it. Open in Chrome. Enter. Oh, because we already changed the command. Let's go back. We want to make sure. Okay, so we want to make sure. Let's go back to the previous. Okay. Eval buffer. Go back to our code and let's call it. Turn on message buffer. Call it. While the cursor is in an empty area, call it. Yeah, okay, so it says URL is nil and path is nil. Let's try some more, okay, just in case. Let's say now let's put the cursor in a tag. Let's see what happens. Call it. Okay, URL is nil, but path is figure. So you see what happens. So what that means is that you actually do need to check the URL. You want to make sure both are nil. Then we know that the cursor is not on a URL or a path. Because right now, if the cursor is inside a tag, is simply grab the tag as a file path. So that's no good. Okay, but let's fix it later. Okay, let's just do it. Let's fix it later. So I'm showing the the live coding, the details you need to figure out. So let's just do this. So we get the file path here. We get the file path with thing at point. And if the file path is nil, then open. If the file path is not nil, then we open link in Chrome. If the file path is nil, then we just call open in Chrome. That will open the buffer in Chrome. Okay. Evaluate buffer. Go back to our code, and let's just call it. Call it. Fantastic! It works. It opens the buffer in Chrome because our cursor is not under file path. Now let's say I put the cursor here, okay, which is a file path. Okay, now call it. Great. Now that is an image, so it opens the URL in Chrome. That's what we want. By the way, here's a question from someone. Okay, so here is the question. Thank you, TN. Oops, this is an email, but I guess it's there's no private information. Anyway, he's asking me a question about org mod. on my website I have a Ogmark tutorials, but anyway, that's maybe I'll answer later. So anyway, so far the command seems to work. Let's try some more. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it works. Okay, close it, close it, close it. Back to Emacs. Let's say, let's put the URL on here. Okay, on this, put the cursor here, which is a file path. Okay, let's call it. So that works. It opens my programming blog, which is that link. Let's try one more time. Let's put this on the YouTube link. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so it works. So that is today's, well, that is our purpose. We finished that code. Let's go back, look at the code. Okay, now let's keep it simple. So today that's just that. Let's clean up the code so it looks more traditional. So so otherwise we get complaints from the Emacs fanatics. Oh, your code is not right. It's not indented correctly. You don't know how to code. Okay, so now it looks better. So here's our code. Okay, so let me copy the code back to the HTML site, show in browser, and we have it done here. One of our code. Let's create a elisp tag here, paste the code here, show in browser. Fantastic. Go back to Emacs, then colorify it. Okay, then show in browser. Now you see it's colored. Fantastic. That's successful. Any questions? Questions? Close that. Hello. Good morning, Emily. Okay, so now what we're gonna do next? Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys. So we did this code very quickly. So I hope what you learned. So what we learned primarily is how to use thing at point. Thing at point grabs the text under cursor. But I can now go over to start to explain how does the open in Chrome works. How do you get Emacs to open a link in Chrome or Firefox, in a browser? By the way, Emacs already has a built-in command to do that. But I have some enhancements for my personal use. That's why you see xah-html-open-link-in-chrome and so on. So now I can go over to explain about the command. How do you open a buffer or link in Chrome or in Firefox? I can do that, or let's see the next item. Okay, the next item is I have a YouTube command. Let me show you. Okay, so we go to a YouTube. Let's go to YouTube command. I'm going to show you a command, YouTube. Okay, let's go to youtube.com and let's search for some Emacs stuff. Okay, so Emacs Ogmark. Okay, let's see Emacs Ogmark tutorial. So there are some great Ogmark tutorials. Okay, let's see this one. Ogmark basics in Doom Emacs. Okay, now, okay, stop it. So if you are a blogger, if you write blogs often about Emacs or about any other thing, you want to embed this YouTube into your blog. So let me show you what I do. Okay, I copy the URL. I have a macro. Okay, so now the URL is copied. I switch back to Emacs. Okay, now I'm back in Emacs and I paste the URL. Okay, magnify so you can see the URL there. Okay, you can see the URL here. Now if I show in browser, that's no good because it's it just show a URL. You want to make it into a embedded URL, YouTube. So now look at the pink window, okay, on the right. So I press two keys, xah-html-any-linkify. Now you can see it becomes that. Now show in browser. Scroll down. There we have it. You see, so this command, xah-html-linkify, actually it's not that command actually, because that command is a wrapper that calls other command. But anyway, basically it just turns a YouTube URL into this iframe thing. Okay, this iframe thing. Now let me show you what command exactly do that. Okay, so we undo, we back to the YouTube link, and we want to call xah-html-youtube-linkify. Okay, this one. Enter. You see that does it. So that's a command. Xah. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you and copy it here. So here is the command. Okay, let me show you. Okay, show. There is a command, xah-html-youtube-linkify, that turns a YouTube link into that. And these commands, so far we talked about, they are in the xah-html mod. You can either use that. It's on Mailpath. I think it's on my GitHub. I don't know if maybe it's not on Mailpath. It's on my, just search for xah, you'll find it. It's on GitHub. Now, so you can either try to use my HTML mod, or you can use the, you can grab the individual commands. I think these are independent, so you can most of them. So anyway, so what I want to show, okay, so you have seen how this works. Let me undo. Okay, actually copy that, undo, wait, show the browser, undo, the Emacs undo and redo roller coaster. Okay, let's see, where are we? Okay, we are back to where we began with the YouTube URL. Okay, now let me show you some things. Okay, let me put it here. Wait, let me show you something. So copy that. So I'm gonna linkify, and you see when you linkify, you got a link like that. Okay, let me put it here. You see they are different. You see, one is the normal YouTube URL. The other one is with the embed. So if we, for example, let's try to call the command we just defined, open in Chrome. Okay, let's try it. So we're gonna call open in Chrome on the first link. You see, that's a normal YouTube link. Okay, close it, go back. Now let's try the second URL, open in Chrome. Okay, you see now it's different because now this is the URL pointing to the embed. Now what am I going to do? So there's a task I want to do. So let me answer the question, okay, in a bit. If you have a questions, post now. Okay, so what I want to do is, if I call the command YouTube linkify on the second URL, it won't work. You see, if I do it on the first URL, it will work, because let me show you. Okay, xah-html-youtube-linkify, you see it works. But if I do it on the second URL, let's do it. It doesn't work because it doesn't understand this format. So what I want to do is, I want to modify my YouTube linkify command to work on both of these commands. So in summary, I can either explain how the Emacs Lisp code to open a URL or buffer into a browser, or we can start to work on this one. So which one you guys want to do? Let me know. Okay, which one you guys prefer? Type it now. Type it. And how long have I been talking? Or maybe that's it for today. So how long have I been talking? Let's see. 34 minutes. Maybe that's it for today. Okay, let me answer the questions, and we'll do it tomorrow. I'll try to do it more regularly now. So Emily, informatic. Hey, good morning. Danielle, hey, good morning, Danielle. So Romario says, hi Xah, how to show a keyboard history? How to show a keyboard history? Okay, there are several ways depending on what you mean. So one way is via this command. So let me show you that command. Okay. Okay, so I have a command that's called xah start command log. Okay, and that is basically a wrapper to the command log mod library, Emacs lisp library that is on Mailpath. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so let me go to the so here is my wrapper, xah start command log. So what that does is basically create a new window, make it pink, and that's the way I have it. But the actual code doing logging this command and keys, this is fantastic if you are doing a demo, is the command log mod. Okay, so let's describe function, go to it, and go to it. Here is the file. You can download it on Mailpath. Now actually I have modified this file for my own use. So if you download for Mailpath, it will be a bit different. So anyway, it's on Mailpath. It's by these people, Nick Ferrier, Lei Wang, and originally by Michael Weber. Michael Weber is interesting. I think he's Michael Weber. He's a creator of the wait, did I get confused? Maybe not. Wait, for.org. Let's see. For.org. Okay. So anyway, so this guy, Silicon Valley. Interesting. Okay, so Silicon Valley. So he's a Silicon Valleyer like me. So anyway, you can check out. So anyway, these people wrote this very useful. Okay, especially for presentation. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Just download that. The other way building Emacs is you call Control-HL. Okay, let me try it. Control-HL. Okay, so you can see it pops up the window. Let me magnify. Now this window, this window will show you all the the 20 or 30 or so the command and keystroke you used. So for example, I've been doing a lot xah end of line or block, which is this. I've done a lot next line, copy line or region, xah lookup web, and set mark forward word. So let's see. So all these are navigation commands. Xah text scale increase. That's when I magnify the font, and we go back enough, we'll see the Chrome. Let's search for Chrome. Okay, actually it's not there because when you code in Emacs, it scroll fast. You actually coding a lot of commands, so the top ones just scroll off. So anyway, so this command is Control-HL. Okay, Control-HL, and the command name is called view-lossage. That's a funny name from Emacs. That's a Emacs history. View-lossage. Okay, actually I don't know what's the etymology for lossage. Yeah, that would be something interesting to find out. Okay. View-lossage. There's a coding Emacs Lisp coding laws there. So actually we have some entries on what's the meaning of lossage. So let's try Okay, yeah, so it's a hacker. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, great. It's from the Hackers Dictionary, the new Hackers Dictionary. That's from Eric Raymond, ESR guy. He, he has modified the original Hackers Dictionary, which is very Lisp oriented and PDP machine. He modified it. He modified it so it becomes more Unix oriented. Unix philosophy crap. So anyway, losage, very common. The result of a bug or malfunction. Okay, this is a mass or collective now. What a loss. What a losage. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so losage came from loss or something, result of viewing a bug or something. Anyway, so Emacs call. So when you call view losage, it shows your commands and keys. So that's the second way to do it. The third way. Okay, let me show you another way. Let's call frequency show. Okay, so there is a command. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, frequency show. Okay, let me show you a command. So it pops up a window. So what is this good for? This command logs all your commands ever since you started to use this module. So I'm going to show you what's a for example. Let me first of all show you. For example, it tells me I have called the command self insert command for 1 million times, 1,199,000 times. I have called the command previous line for 4,000 times, and next line for this many times. It logs, basically it's a log your command and keys. So this file is about, I forgot how long is this log, starting when, like 2 months ago or 3 months ago or half a month ago, half a year ago, I forgot. But anyway, the command is called, let's call describe function. Okay, describe function frequency show. Okay, keyfreq show. Okay, describe function keyfreq show. Okay, now here is the command. Okay, now this command is defined in this module, this mod, keyfreq.el. It's available on Melpa. Now so you can look at the source code. Okay, so here is the source code, and magnify, go to the top. So this okay, so this is done by David Capello. Well, the first version is by Ryan. Okay, Ryan and Michael. Ryan, this began in 2006 when I was chatting on IRC, because I want a command to log. I want to know when you design a key binding for Emacs, you want to know which command you use most often. So I was chatting with him. So Ryan is a great guy. He's the author of RCIRC in Emacs. So let's try it. Okay, RCIRC. It's a IRC client written in Emacs Lisp. So you see, I can start to log into FreeNode, the Emacs channel. I haven't done so for a long time. So anyway, close it. So Ryan, kill it. Yes. Kill it. Yes. Okay. What? Kill it. Do I want to save? No. Okay. So Ryan Yeski, I believe he's in Canada. He wrote RCIRC. But anyway, he quickly hacked up, like 10 lines of code that tells you what command you've been using, a log. Then Michael Nazareth in 2006 expanded greatly. Then I modified it a little bit. Then David Capello rewrote basically the whole thing so that it saves to file. When you start Emacs again, it reads log, and so you have actual history, of entire history, not just the current session. So yeah, so that's the third way to to have a log of your keys. So let me recap. Okay, one of the way is command log mod. Okay, let me show it. Let me put it in my blog. Okay, close it, open, close it. Okay, let me put it in my blog. Command log mod is one way. View-lossage is the second way, building in Emacs. Then the other way is show frequency. Okay, from these okay, I think that's it for today. You can see these are the 3 ways to see a key log. Anything else? 34 minutes, 46 minutes. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like my stuff, buy my Emacs Lisp tutorial. Okay, I have a tutorial on Emacs and Emacs Lisp. Just go to xah Emacs Lisp. Go Emacs. Okay, so you have Emacs Lisp tutorial from the very basic. You know nothing about Emacs Lisp, I'll get you started in no time. You can learn, you start to learn yeah, just read it. It'll guide you from scratch. Thank you guys. Bye. So Bart says when will you stream again? Okay, so let me set up a time. Okay, so that I have a more regular schedule. Let's say, so today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday. Okay, tomorrow I don't know what's the topic. Okay, so let's say Wednesday. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, San Francisco time. Wednesday 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and the topic will be, I don't know yet, maybe JavaScript, maybe Golang, maybe technical, possibly non-technical. I have no idea. I'm trying to get away from controversial stuff like politics, because that's endless. So maybe tomorrow. Bye guys, thank you.